suck on me if you're properly addressing she in my presence. Blind with pride, just live the dream. Made to believe that deviation from her plan would lead to the devastation of a nation. No one around me. How can this be? Actions opposite of what she preach. Tells me be free. Then she goes short is on my leash. And I overlook it. Can't believe that she's crooked. Look at everything.
What's going on, everybody? How are you? I'm Manny with Riders Academy. We're here at the New York Safety Track. Special things happening with certified knee draggers. Rookie events happening. We're here to try to cater to new riders, street riders, people that have been curious about the racetrack and haven't been really sure of how a track day goes. Riders Academy is paired up with certified knee draggers to help these new riders become comfortable with the new environment here at Safety Track, to ensure that you understand how a track day goes, how it differs from the street, what is going to get us through a track day safely. We're here to help you feel comfortable with new people around you, the family environment within the paddock. We want to make sure that new riders come and understand how to stay safe. We want to try to help this sport grow. We want you to come with friends, family. We want everybody to enjoy themselves safely. As a newcomer to the track, I know there's a lot of in-between questions that are unanswered. It's difficult to answer them without actually coming to the track. Small things as far as, where do I park my car? Where do I pit my bike? Where do I register? How do I get in on and off track and everything? You're gonna find a smiling face that's gonna help you find somewhere to set up your pit. Gonna hold your hand a little bit through these little footsteps to get you to the registration. If you have questions about gear, we're gonna have guys that rent some gear out to you. Carlos with the certified knee draggers, he has the nice air vest for sale. We're gonna make sure that you have all the small things covered so that you are able to enjoy your day out here on the track and go home safely at the end of the day. Tire pressures, lean angle, body position, throttle application, brake application. Riders Academy is gonna take care of all of this with you along with knee draggers. Please reach out to us and we're happy to help. I'm here to answer all your track questions. So please reach out, sign up with knee draggers, sign up with Riders Academy. We're here for your riding and track needs. Check us out.
Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Gymkhanajosh, and welcome to Beyond the Apex, where we talk motorcycle, everything, and then some. This week has been an awesome week, an exciting week. We were out at the Certified Knee Dragger season opener at New York Safety Track. I had a blast. We all had a blast. Tonight, we're actually going to be talking to some guys that were out there for their first time at the track, and they survived. Actually, some of them came through a little bit better off than I did, but we'll talk about that here in a little bit. Before we get to that, over to my left and over to your right, you'll see my co-host Butter. Butter, what's up with your brother?
What's up?
Yo.
Welcome everybody to Beyond the Apex tonight. We're gonna have a great show tonight. But before we start the show, someone forgot to follow track rules. So your host, Josh, in the first session, didn't even travel 500 feet. Forgot that the floor was cold and never checked his tire pressure.
I did check the tire pressure. I did that.
It goes right into the woods in turn one. Let's give Josh a round of applause for not listening to we spent all this time giving advice about the track, and yours truly did not take it.
This is true. Hey, but you know what? The more that I did my research, it looks like the best people, like the greatest people, have actually gone off at turn one. So, I'm just setting myself up for success later on, But,
absolutely.
Yeah, I did check my tire pressures. I did do the pre-checks or whatever. It's just, bike that I haven't been on the track with. It's my street bike. Not to make excuses. I did just try and send it in turn one. But it was just a lot of factors involved, and I just wasn't thinking. It was a stupid mistake. It was a rookie mistake, actually. But, yeah, it happens. The bike actually came out of it pretty good. I only broke off a little bit of the, windshield plastic, and I'm not too worried about it, so.
You know what, bro? What I saw that was broken was your ego.
Yeah, maybe a little. Maybe a little. Maybe a little bit.
It's all right. It's growing pains. We'll learn. Well, we got a great show tonight, guys. We got a bunch of guys who came in for the first time. They actually came to the Certified Knee Draggers event, and they're going to give us a little bit of their experience on how it was. For me, I had a great time. I was adjusting to a new bike. Um, Obviously, the professor of all professors was there. Manny gave me some good criticism. My boy Jaden, who's certified boys, gave me some good advice. And a couple other guys. Sal was there, gave us some good advice. And I got to see my buddy Smoking Joe. Man, it was really good to see my buddy Smoking Joe and his new amazing trailer. I think right now, so when you get into the track life, right? You get a bike, you get a suit, and then you get a Frenchie, right? Like that's the wave of how it works, right? You get the track bike, get the track suit. I got me a Frenchie. Now everybody's sporting these new beautiful trailers homes. So that's what's next in line for me and Josh. I think that's what we're going to be creating, a Beyond the Apex trailer, so that you can see us out there even bigger and better. I know Chachi wound up hooking us up with the Beyond the Apex tent, so she's hooked us up with that. So it's going to be pretty dope, man.
Right on.
Pretty dope.
So you're gonna bring in the guest for this evening?
Yes. So I'm gonna bring in a really dear friend of mine who actually was hounding me about track. I need a track bike. He's one of the first few people that when I caught my heart attack, who was actually front and center, making sure I was good. On my birthday, he actually showed up with a bottle of Moet. I was like, damn, my man pulled up with the Moet bottle. We had dinner out at Jordan's. He's been an avid follower of ours and a really good friend, and we've got really close. He's part of the Punisher LMC law enforcement club with PJ, my boy PJ. Everybody knows PJ, the master of the 9/11 run. Don't forget to check that out. So my boy Kano, he's an EMT. He serves our city really great, works really hard, and he came out to our first track day, man. And I seen the expression on his face, all the love that was there, and we're gonna have him tell us a little bit about what he experienced. So Kano, man, welcome to the show. Thank you for being an avid listener to the show, watcher of the show, and a big supporter of what I do, man. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, no, you're my inspiration, man. You're my inspiration, and I reached out to you, and you showed me a lot of love and a lot of support, and you helped me out from point A to point B. You got me the bike. I was like, yo, I need a bike. I love the bike life. And I want to hit the track. I've been riding for 7 years, and I never pushed myself to hit the track until like I met the right people, and you brought me to the right group event, and you got me the right bike, and I was just out there just enjoying myself and just riding trying to
That's
get.
what's up.
So I want you to tell everybody, because a lot of people hear it from me and Josh, and they're like, they run with them, and they have to talk about those guys like that. Let everybody know your experience with certified knee draggers. Let the people know that's never been to that event, because most of the tracks are very corporate, so it's very strict. Certified knee draggers event was very open. Let people know what you did and how you had fun up there.
So I had a really great experience, man. Like, first, can I explain how great, how humble, how like how helpful certified knee draggers are. Like, they help me with the suit. You know, they help me with the lines on the track. They tell me what to do. I wasn't like very confident at all. It was like on the track at all. I felt like a new rider. And they gave me the confidence. Very good coaches. They had like at least 5 coaches on the rookie section. And I've been riding for years, mind you. Like I probably been riding for like 7 years. And once I hit the track, I just felt like a new rider. It was a whole new ball game, bro. Like I had to like set myself into position to take a turn. I had to slow down. I had to like change my position on my foot, and I'm like, yo, what are you talking about? Like I never done this before. Like I cannot take a turn like this in New York City. So it was a pretty great experience. they explained everything very well, and I was very hyped about the fact that everybody was just helping me out. They help you
Uh,
with the suit. If you need help with the track, to bring your bike to the track, they'll bring your bike to the track. So uh, they got everything for you.
so
Everything,
not
whatever you
only
need.
so not only does certified knee draggers provide motorcycles, they also transport motorcycles to the track. They also rent motorcycles where most places are renting 300s, 400s. You have the luxury of renting a 600 at the track. So certified knee draggers has taken the experience to a whole nother level, not just providing a track day. Um, and you're gonna find a lot of track days during the week. For those of you that don't know, it costs a lot more to rent a track during the weekend than it is on the weekday.
Yo.
So
Before we go into the certified thing, let's bring these other guys on, man. Let's talk to these other guests that are sitting here.
go ahead, Josh, bring them in.
Yo, so right next to Jay, we got Kevin and Brian. Kevin and Brian are actually brothers. They were out there for Friday and Saturday. Please tell the people at home a little bit about yourself, and actually, kind of as Butter was asking Jay, give us your opinion there of the certified event.
So I guess I'm Brian. I mean, so I've been riding for a couple of years. So is Kevin, and recently we've just gotten into the bug. We got a couple of bikes, all different styles. We have certain bikes that we ride during to work and whatnot. Then we have those bikes that we want to really, and we just have nowhere to do it, and at least safely. And our thing is we don't want to do anything illegal. We don't want to get in trouble with anyone, but we want to enjoy our bikes. So, I've been looking around. He mentioned the track. I said, you know what? Let's give it a go. So, Kevin and I just packed up and we went for that event, and it was just great. Like, I don't even know, like, words can't even express how entertaining and how fun it was.
Yeah.
We got there, unloaded. Everyone was very friendly. Um, the food there was great. Prices
Yo,
weren't
that
They
was
actually had
amazing.
cater.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I was
they had
not
the
expecting that.
cater. Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, I brought my grill, the cooler. We didn't even open it. Like, it was just the same way we took it out of the car, we put it right back. We were able to just focus on our riding. As we were riding, we would do the rookie runs. As we were riding, we would see some of the trainers on track, and when they saw that we were able to keep up with them, they would push a little more and then just wave at us to keep up with them, and we'd try to follow their line. And at the end of the run, like one time, someone came up to Kevin and said, "Hey, yo, you're doing amazing. You're running really fast on the Panigale. You should try X, Y, and Z." And I thought that was phenomenal. The fact that we didn't have to go to them for help; they came us to let us know what the deal was. And I think for someone who's first time doing this, you think you know what you're doing, but there's always more to there's more to be done.
It was just the
And I think
Panigale.
those
It was
guys,
just la di da on the Panigale over there.
oh,
Yeah, that thing is moving.
It's a beast.
that thing that thing's a beast. But you know what? I so last time I tried to do track once, I have a Super Sport, 2019 Ducati Super Sport. I couldn't keep up with them. That's a big bike too. I couldn't keep up with them. This time around, I got a 2018 Gixxer 600. He had trouble keeping up with me. I had trouble keeping up with him. Depending on the positioning, we were going back and forth. We had a little Bluetooth going on, so we were able to talk to each other. It
Nice.
was fun. It was fun. Everything
Yeah.
about it. I don't even know what else to say. Just
Now,
that.
I know, Brian. You and Kevin. I think we met at last year's track event. Am I correct? We met at
Yeah,
New
we
York,
did.
Yeah.
New Jersey Motorsport. You guys came out and supported that. So I
Yeah.
appreciate you guys for supporting us. Kevin, man, what's up? Give us a little bit of the insight, man.
Well, Brian's the resident public speaker here, so he'll say everything a lot better than I will. But I mean, it was a great time. It lets me be ballsy without being afraid of hitting a car.
Right.
So the whole event was great. Brian pretty much said everything, but no, it was phenomenal. Honestly, the whole coming in at first, not knowing anybody, it's kind of scary at first, but then you start to build up and realize there's a whole like family vibe going on, and it just makes everything so much better.
Now, how much different was this track to New Jersey?
Well, I mean, we didn't go to New Jersey. We went to NYC last time too,
Oh, okay.
but still, just coming back and feeling a little more confident, knowing more faces, it was fun. It was great.
Did you get any personal coach come over to you and talk to you about anything?
Yeah, I don't know what his name was. Ponytail Hispanic on a green sport bike. He came by to me. He said, "Just give me pointers on how to like improve on on the turns."
Now you guys sat in. Now you and your brother sat in on the rookie class meetings. Am I correct?
No, honestly, no.
We sat for we sat for the first one. Very informative. I'm not gonna lie. But the other ones, because I had my family between runs, I focused on my daughter. She's a year and a half, so I was taking care of my daughter and making sure my fiance was comfortable and everything during the whole time. So it was tough for me at least, to be able to go to those courses, which I kind of regret, because from what I saw, there was so much information being given out, and I know that I could have definitely benefited from that. The same for Kevin. So we're hoping that next time we go to the event, we're
Absolutely.
definitely gonna sit down on every single one. Yeah.
I've seen that you made thing. Now, how was the family ambiance? How did you see how family oriented everybody is?
It was great. So I had my, like I said, my daughter and my fiance. Our mother came along as well, because we wanted to convince her that what we do is not, we're not gonna die. Like everything is very safe. Everything is, we're protected. We're wearing full gear. It's not like we're going up there with a t-shirt and jeans and we're just gonna die. So and I brought my dog, which was something I was a little nervous about.
We
But
all
dude,
bought our dogs.
everything was great, man. The dog felt comfortable. The baby had fun. She was running around. We had a 12-person tent, like a freaking condo, and it was phenomenal. It was great. Like, inflatable mattresses. They were like, "Are you tired? Just go to sleep. You're good. You're good." It was great. Everything about it, the people, everything is, like I said, so much family feel to it.
But we also got one more guest, Brian Salvagar, who's there. He's actually a new rider. Like, he's only been riding less than a year. He actually riding the Triumph 675 Daytona R, which used to be mine, and he's ripping up. He had a really good time, and he actually attended most of the classes. And so, Brian, give us a little bit of what you experienced up there.
So first and foremost, I want to thank everybody over there and thank you guys. I had a great time, man. One of the best times I had in a while. Like, really, going to the family aspect is like the first night I was there, Friday or Thursday night. I mean, I met a bunch of people, didn't even know their names at first, and it's just like I knew them for a while, just straight up talking to them like we've been friends for a hot minute. I felt very comfortable, like speaking to everybody, going into the classes. Like, obviously you're in a class, so you're expecting a couple things to listen. You think you know everything already, but no, it's like you definitely need to sit in those classes and listen to what they got to say. It's like even the littlest things, like where you keep your foot on the foot pegs, how you rotate your arms in a turn, whatever they were saying, it was like super important. And overall, I had a crazy experience. I cannot wait to be back there 100%. The summer just started, so I'm ready to be out there as much as possible.
So actually, I wanted you to elaborate on that. At the beginning of the show, I know we didn't see it because we're over on this side of like the video conference land. But before the show started, I played a video about the Riders Academy partnering up with certified knee draggers, and basically what that was Manny doing his classes before, during, and after each session, and you got to experience it. I know the other two said they didn't really take advantage of it, but for you, and actually I know Jay did it too. You did it too, right, Jay?
Yeah, I did.
What's your guys' feedback on that kind of like the rookie class?
Well, I learned a lot from Manny, man. Like, big shout out to Manny. Like, he explained everything so well, and like he put me to the side, and I pulled him to the side actually, and I told him like, yo, like, I don't know what I'm doing, like, what is it that I'm doing wrong, So he was like, show me how you gotta explain to me what is it that you're doing so I can understand and explain to you what you have to do to get better. So he actually made me like perform what I was doing wrong on the bike without being on the bike. And then he was like, you know what, you got to do this. And then, and so he explained it very well. But like, like, Manny really helped a lot,
Yeah.
He knows what he's talking about. And I really did get a lot better by listening to him and taking all his key points.
And on my side, it's like I didn't pull him to the side. Obviously, I'm more of an auditory and hands-on learner. So I listened to what he was saying. I looked at his positioning, and I just kind of like put everything that he told me at the fresh second right onto the track as soon as he told me. Going back to like the foot positioning, he told us. I've only been riding for about 7 8 months. So when I'm riding on the street, I got the middle of my foot, maybe the heels on the peg, so I can shift easier, stuff like that. I can use the rear brake. And he's like, nah, like, use your toes or the ball of your foot as like closer to the edge as you can, the deeper you'll be able to go into a turn. And I have gone down, on the street, nothing crazy because of the turning. It's like I can't get into a certain position on the street to make a certain turn. And the whole reasoning was one, my positioning was all off. And as you grow up riding bicycles, you get on a bike, it's like same difference. It's something very similar that you'll be able to quickly adjust. And it's like the reality of it is like it's a whole different ballpark. You have to pay attention exactly to what you're doing and have it move as smoothly as possible for you to have or to execute anything at the level that you want to. And Manny like really dug that deep into us. Is like, listen, like, I don't know how long you've been riding, but I could definitely tell that these are things that you're going to want to learn and keep with you in your back pocket for the rest of your life. And that really stuck with me, because of course you want someone that knows what they're doing to explain to you in depth of how to do it correctly. And within that first 2 classes that I went to, it was like night and day. I was able to like run through the course a little easier. I felt more comfortable in myself, felt more comfortable on the bike. And that's something that, people take years to uncover and experience. And for me to be able to experience that within the first day, it was like very eye-opening. I was very happy that he was able to do that.
So I know you went down. It was kind of a little bit of but one, what type of tracksuit did you have on? You had a historic GP tracksuit, am I correct?
Yeah. So you thankfully let me borrow one of your custom made suits, and no issues, baby. Straight like ice, just right through.
Shout out,
Yeah.
shout out to the historic
See, I
GP,
wondered
man, to
about
make a
that.
great
I
track.
saw y'all were matching. I thought you were all like color coordinating before you came out. Whatnot.
Nah, that's my guy. That's my guy.
Well, you were just talking about
But
you've been down on the street, and Butter, you mentioned that he went down at the track. A lot of people went down at the track this week, by the way.
Yeah.
Especially it's raining on Saturday too. But did you learn something from your mistake? Did you have anybody to like tell you, or did you figure out what it was you were doing?
So when I first went down, I was just riding by myself, so I had no one to tell me what happened, like what really went down. But obviously it was in a turn, so it was something that my position was off to the bike where it wasn't comfortable going into that angle. And I just kept that in the back of my mind for every time I rode onto the street. And as Manny said something about, you got to make sure that, your body is like aligned with the bike. He made really good points with the cones that they had set up there. They set up the cones for you to kind of like angle yourself to lay on top of the cone and lay yourself and not the bike. You're the one that's going to be making the whole difference within the turn itself. And that was something that I learned and again kept in the back of my pocket and will keep in the back of my pocket for further experiences on my track days or just riding in the street overall.
Right on.
Just a quick question. Didn't you go down when you sneak into the novice section?
No.
Okay.
No. When I was snuck into the novice, I was green bean. Nobody knew. Nobody had a clue that I wasn't supposed to be. Nobody had a clue that I wasn't supposed to be there. It was when I got into the rookie. Except you. You pulled up next to me. You're like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I don't know." And
I see him in my tail, and I'm like, wait a second, this guy's in the wrong group, so I had to like slow down in the middle of the track, and I'm telling him, "Nah, man, you in the wrong group. But I started hauling ass, and he was right behind me.
I was following, man. Now, I ain't gonna slow down.
I'm not at it.
Yeah,
that fast.
It was funny because Brian came up to me. He was like, "Yo, we about to go on. We about to go on." And then I went to get my bike, and he disappeared. And I'm like, "Yo, what Everybody
It was
left.
amazing.
Like, where am I supposed to go? And I'm over here at the pit looking for everybody, and everybody's gone. And I'm like, yo, like, where am I supposed to go? I'm like brand new, you know. And I'm like, everybody was just out, you know. So
Kevin and Bryant,
Yeah.
did you guys pick up some useful nuggets? Did you pick up some wisdom from Manny or any of the other coaches while you're out there as well?
I kind of had Brian just act as my spotter from behind, so he would look in my position and let me know what I should be doing, and we just kind of help each other out. You know, I had my GoPro recording, so I could just go through my runs all over again and see what I was doing, and really just kind of go on, with it ourselves.
Right. But
Yeah,
you
see,
know,
the thing with me is at the last time we came by, I actually listened to everything that they had to say. So I was able to bring that with me this time. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to sit in them, but I did remember majority of what we were taught the last time we were there. So while I was chasing Kevin, I was able to tell him, oh, get closer to the apex, get closer to the turn, lean more, get your body off. So even though, I was learning through him because I was telling him things that I remember from those classes, but then at the same time, it was helping me remind myself that I also had to do it. Um, and by me bettering his line, I was also bettering my line because I was just right behind him, following him. So it's not bad.
Butter, did you I know you were out there pretty much like 2 sessions every turn of the hour. So like did you notice the guys actually like picking up speed and, applying the things they were learning?
I mean, I know Kevin and Brian. I saw them gunning the whole time. I know Kevin went by me on the Ducati a couple of times,
Yeah.
which was great. It was great to see him do that. It's funny because I had my suspension tune like the week before, and I felt funny on the bike. I had like the jitters on the bike. I had new tires. The floor was still cold, so I was just looking for an excuse not to go full throttle. And then I think Justin Adams' brother came over to me and he's like, "Listen, just ride the bike with the balls of your feet. Go out there and just ride it with the balls of your feet. Steer and just take it easy." And I kind of listened to that advice. And when I did, I actually realized that I was just making too many like excuses not to feel comfortable. And then I finally did get comfortable. So what I would do is, because I had new tires and I had no miles on them, what I would do is I would warm up on the novice section and then jump in on the rookie section. And I was able to like, practice what I was trying to like practice in the novice and just adjust myself. It was not like, I mean, I've ridden an intermediate, but it's my first time on this new bike. So it was just a lot of like adjustments for me, like foot adjustment, body positioning. I had to get comfortable. I was a little fidgety. I know Jonathan, Jaden Certified Boys came over to me. He's like, "Yo, you're bouncing too much." And I'm like, "Yo, my ass is sticking to the seat. Every time I try to like drag myself over, I feel like I have to like rip it up and get over." And he's like, "Come on, just move, just move." So, those little comments to me and just watching me ride from everybody else, it was great because, we're all teaching each other. So, as I saw these guys hauling ass and novice and even Jonathan, Jay was ripping and he's like, "Yo, I was trying to keep up to you, my man. I saw you go by me once, like he was doing this thing, and I know, but I mean, after lunch, a lot of us were just hauling ass, man, and it was great. It was great to see everybody just hauling ass and just being comfortable. I think it was really great. It was really great to watch everybody go out there. I've even seen some guys who never. There was a guy on an SV 650. I don't know if you guys saw the rusted color. As he got bumped up the same day, like third or fourth session in, he was like, "Yo, I got bumped up. I got bumped up," and I'm like, "Bro, you're natural, bro." And I said it. I said you're like on the perfect. The SV 650 is like an awesome track bike, just like the Triumph. That low end power that it has, that you don't really have to fidget with your feet downshifting while you're in fourth and fifth gear, because you can be hauling ass, and then as you trail brake, that bike is still able to just rip right out because of that street triple, that low end brake, that low end engine is really, it's a huge difference. And I think that's what really threw me off, because on the Gixxer it's more top end than it is low end. And I noticed that even on the 650, he was hauling ass on the 650. I didn't even see him trickling his feet on the
I'm
gears.
not even bringing I don't even know what was in my head, but I'm not bringing the ZX10 out to the track ever again. That was not a fun bike. Not at New York Safety.
We talk about
not anywhere.
No.
Honestly, I don't.
we talk about this.
What's that?
On
Yeah.
that,
I mean, it's not Well, for one, I'm not used to that. Like that's my street bike, but I felt kind of like you. I felt fidgety, especially after turn one, session one, lap one. You know, I was like after that, pretty much like, okay, this is not the same bike that I'm used to, and this is something that I definitely need to like get used to before I start pushing it. And it just wasn't right. And then actually, well, you were there too. You walked up when we were getting my suspension adjusted there at the track. Apparently, that's another thing that you mentioned in the beginning of the show. Setup is a big thing. I'm maybe like 180 pounds, 175 pounds, and I was riding a bike that was set up for somebody that was like 250 pounds plus.
It was stiff. Your bike was stiff. Your bike was super stiff. You were at like, shout outs to Charlie, Redneck Charlie, man. Redneck Charlie, I'm gonna tell you right now, we were right coming out of lunch, and he got on Josh's bike, and Joshua's bike was set up at like a 1.2. He had no type of rebounding. He had no sag, nothing, and he had to go to like a 9. He was like so off. He had to go like a 9, and I'm pretty sure Josh felt the difference after the adjustment. So shout out to Redneck Charlie, and also Brian. Brian got some advice from Justin Adams, who advised him. You know, you're probably wrestling too much because your steering
handlebars.
your little handlebars are a little bit too close. Might be adjusted.
To the tank, yeah.
And then we went over to Redneck Charlie, and again he came out and helped us out. He adjusted it, and Brian, I mean, what happened after he adjusted?
So like the handlebars were way too close to the tank. My hands would get stuck a little bit, and Justin was like, "Hey, bro, it looks like you need to do something about that." And I was like, I didn't even know you could do that. So we went over to Charlie. He's like, "Bro, you've been riding like this for how long?" And he looked at me with like dumbfounded. He quickly readjusted the handlebars, got right into my session, and I felt like I could lean into the bike a whole lot better. It was like night and day, really. The difference of being able to feel more comfortable on a bike you thought you were comfortable on, it's a whole world of a difference. Like the last 2 or 3 sessions that I was on with the new handlebar setup, it was magnificent. Like it was a whole different ballpark. It was great. So their experiences and their hands their on hand mechanic over there, crazy, man. It was a whole different ball game as soon as he was able to fix my handlebars.
Hey Kevin, I noticed when I said something about the ZX10, you like shook your head like that was a big dumb move. What'd you have to say about that?
I just feel like it's the wrong track to be using a bike like that. It's too small of a bike. Or rather, it's too small of a track.
Don't get me wrong. There are guys out there on ZX10s that are absolutely killing it.
I've seen the guys with the R1s, and I wonder how they do it because it's just. But I feel like you just really can't get the most out of that bike on such a small track.
I've had my 600, my ZX6RR, down to Florida now, Georgia, New Jersey Motorsports Park, and New York Safety Track, and it is the most comfortable thing in the world. Like it's so easy to maneuver, and I just kind of like put it into a turn and hold the throttle, and it never treats me bad. But this ZX10, oh my god, like it doesn't have a steering dampener. It's just basically it's a stock bike. It's a completely stock bike, and I was expecting it to be something that it wasn't. You know, the brakes were kind of like bleh, kind of mushy. I'm never bringing that thing back out to the track. That's for damn sure.
So the one thing I could say about the R1s, the R1 has a lot of different settings that you can adjust your riding to. So we did see a couple of R1s. We actually saw R1M. Shout outs to Clutch Boys. They was out there too. They came out to show love. They was out there. One of them had an R1M. But those adjustments, you can actually have it where you can adjust the power band on the bike. So it actually makes a huge difference. I know Ducati has it too on the newer models. Yeah. So that's why sometimes you might see somebody on a leader bike. When you see people on these stock leader bikes or these like hyped up leader bikes, they're usually an expert group. You know, you got guys like Kevin Law who rides a ZX10 like a monster. And then you got a lot of other guys like with the BMWs. You know, everybody's different, but they're playing in a bigger class. They're in the expert mode, and a lot of those bikes have adjustments that you can adjust where how the motor brakes, how the engine brakes. So that actually plays a lot, but again, it's all about tuning the bike for your track. New York Safety is a more technical track, so you don't really need a lot of the power. because you're not going circular. You're actually, you have 18 turns and 27 elevation changes. So you're going up and down and around. So you want to be as zippy, I don't know, you want to be as zippy as you can before, you get into all that power. You want to master the smaller engine, because eventually as the bike gets bigger, you'll get better.
Yeah. What about you, Brian? You felt
So I
comfortable
just
there? Oh, go ahead, Jay.
sorry, I didn't mean to
No.
interrupt, but as a first time, as a first day on my track, I feel like a 600 is a pretty good bike to start off. You know, I think that bike is, uh, especially for near safety track that you got all these turns. I feel like a 600 is a good bike for you to just go and get the feeling of it and get used to it until you're ready to move up to a higher performance bike.
Yeah, agree. Brian, what were you actually? Were you out there riding? I'm sorry, I didn't get to catch that.
So I had the so the first time around I had the Super Sport.
Oh, okay.
And this time around I had the Gixxer 600.
Nice. That's right.
Uh,
That's right. You said that, Jixer.
yeah.
Well, I had Dixon 600. Jesus
Yeah, but let
Christ.
me tell you though, I did the sprockets. I did the sprockets mainly, and throughout the whole track, I was on second gear, almost redline, and I was just ripping it. I'm telling you, like Kevin and I were neck and neck, and he had the Ducati, he had the bigger engine. He should be able to leave me. But it was just the way the track is. You can't use all that power. It's more like you said, more technical. I was second gear redline most of the time, except for the straightaway. Second gear red line. Kevin and I were right neck and neck. It was perfect. The bike had a ton of power, and that's all I really needed for that track. I felt like all that was left was for me to get better, but the bike was right where it needed to be.
Yeah, I agree with
Awesome.
that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What about the
Yeah.
second day, Saturday? Like, what did you guys do for Saturday? I know some of you did ride. I didn't ride on Saturday at all, actually. But like, how did you guys approach Saturday?
Well, Kevin and I ended up we actually ended up leaving early because we were weather and it was getting really cold at night when I had my family. But in retrospect, that we kind of regret
So
leaving early because we saw Butter's videos and stuff, and it seemed like the weather was perfect.
Hmm. What about you, Brian?
Well, for me, like again, it was just like a great time. I feel like we were just able to again go off of everything that we learned and just hit it straight through. Um, due to the rain, though, we did leave a little early as well.
Mm.
The weather it was not looking promising, unfortunately. So we packed up our bags as well, and just we headed out. But besides that, everything that we learned, or at least I learned, I was able to incorporate onto the sessions. And every time I just came off feeling better and better. And that was my main takeaway. Every single time I came out of the pit, I just felt so much better getting off and more confident in going back into the next session.
So
Awesome.
the rain didn't scare you at all. You didn't hesitate to get out there. Was what I'm saying.
A little bit, not too much. Yeah.
I actually stayed for the whole day on Saturday.
Yeah, tell
I
us
didn't
about
leave my
that.
ass till I didn't leave my ass till 4 o'clock in the afternoon, man. Like I was hesitating because everybody kept telling me like not to do it because like it's a very different environment when you ride on the rain. But I was like, you know what? Let me go down, see what happens. But it never stopped raining, so I was like, I even asked you for a suit. I was like, yo, let me borrow your suit. Like I want to stay. I want to stay.
Yeah,
So I went and got my rental again, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stay. So it never stopped raining, and it was a whole different ballgame, man. Like it was riding with your eyes closed because at all. Like you got rain on your windshield, and you're just looking at the cones and just following your line, and you gotta be so extra careful and slowing down more at the turns. So I think I got better at the rain than
yeah.
Friday.
They were saying that actually the
Yeah.
rain will cause you to focus more and find that better line and actually like use a lot of the fundamentals, being easy on the brakes and easy on the accelerator more, on the throttle more. But honestly, there's one thing that Manny was talking about for the class in the beginning, and it was about the cold and how if it's super cold out there, you're going to be tense and you're going to be shivering, and that's going to translate into your bars. And it's just overall, I don't know. It was something that I didn't even think it was. For me, it's not a race. I was out there to have fun, and that didn't sound that fun getting soaking wet and cold. So I just did what I had to do, got my
Yeah.
videos, and socialized with
Well,
everybody.
I was just trying to get better, and I wanted to experience it. And I hesitated at the beginning, as I saw you guys packing up, and I was like, you know what? Let me just give it a shot. I already paid for the day, so let me just do it, and try to get better at it. So I experienced it, and it's not a good thing to ride on the rain. A lot of people went down, a lot more than Friday. So it's not easy to ride on the rain at all.
So
It's
what's
not.
next? What's next for everybody's like track experience? Obviously, you got your taste buds satisfied from the certified event this past week. What's next for you? Anybody?
So I mean,
June
I'm just
6th.
excited, man. The summer, yeah. Summer's right around the corner, which means more track days available. I'm gonna try to be out there as much as possible. Whenever I'm available and there's a track day or a track event going on, I'm definitely gonna take my ass down there and get more experience, be able to open up the throttle a little more. I'm more comfortable on my bike. Uh, you know, um, New York safety track. If I'm ever up there again, I'm gonna be hitting it harder now that I know what the track is like. I got it already planted in my head. But I'm very excited, man. Very excited to get my feet further
So
in the
so
water.
you sound like you're gonna be at the June 6th and 7th certified knee drag event.
Hey, man, I definitely. You're gonna see a familiar face if you're out there and you met me already, man. 100%.
Right?
Hey, how about
100%.
the Roman brothers? You guys are coming up to the next certified. I mean, I know there's one on Sunday, so
Oh yeah, no, like
You already know it.
yeah, we're definitely gonna be. Let me put it this way: I'm actually considering buying a suit, just because it's like I said, you can't compare and you need it. If I plan on going so frequently, the suits actually, the rental suits are nice and they're inexpensive, but I figure I'm gonna go so frequently, I might as well just buy a suit. That's
Yeah.
definitely gonna happen.
I tell you right now.
That's the
So
same thing I said.
I have a historic GP suit, and I have a kangaroo skin. And as you can tell, Brian went down on Friday, got up. There wasn't a scratch on my suit.
Oh, wow.
Everybody has, there's heroic, there's certified suits, there's all kinds of suits. Feel comfortable wherever you are. You can. I think Josh got a certified suit. I'm gonna make a certified suit just to support my bro. I definitely want to have a certified boy suit. But there's a lot of suit makers out there. If you guys need help, let me know. I'll do the measurements for you and take you out. You can see suits. You can see. I mean, I bought my suit because I saw Ricky O'Hara go down at like 120 miles an hour, and he got up and he's like, "Look at my suit. Look at my suit." And my boy Reaper and my boy Jay from Team Fast Life. So they kind of put the bug in my ear to get a historic GP suit. They had actual facts, and they had total experiences in the suit, which made me feel comfortable that when these guys who are expert riders are telling me that the suit is good, then why not? Actually, the thing I like about the historic GP suit is first day I got my suit, I was on a new bike, and the good is that I didn't have to worry much about the suit because the suit fitted me like a glove, and it wasn't heavy, it wasn't overbearing, so I was more focused on the bike than I did adjusting to the suit. So that's how big of a difference those custom suits are.
And to put more input into that, that was my first time in full gear. Never put the underlining on. It was my first time in a suit in all full gear, and I was able to feel like money in there. I was straight, felt super comfortable. So Butter's custom suit is like that might be the way I go. I might go certified, make me a suit as well. I don't know, but those suits in general just felt great. So now that I know what it feels like to ride in full gear, it's something that I could say looking forward to getting for my own. It's like people look at the cost of a suit of like maybe $1,100, like, oh, it's too much money. But listen, it's worth spending the extra penny than risking your life or risking an injury that could be far less prevented if you have full gear on.
Absolutely right. I know guys for $20,000 bikes and $50 helmets.
That's bad. That's bad.
Let's see. But yeah.
I,
Go ahead.
I actually rode with my historic GP custom racetrack gloves, and those were pretty good. I got to break them in a couple of days before the track, and so I noticed that like when you buy the brand stuff, they're kind of tight, and there's not really much wiggle room. So my historic GP gloves, a lot of finger room, a lot of wiggle in between the gaps, so that I can expand my fingers. Um, my pinky and my ring finger were connected together, and most of it on the top was stingray. So God forbid I went down, I just do a lot of gliding. But it was pretty dope. It had I was double banded, so when you come on the band, it's one strap here and then another strap here that tightens, and then it's just a big band here, which made my hands feel comfortable. And then inside, I had like another strap right at the center of the wrist, which allowed me to tighten it or loosen it as much as I want. So I felt very comfortable in my historic GP gloves. So shout outs to Sam who customized my gloves.
Gear's definitely a big thing. That's like a major requirement before getting out there. But
actually, we tried the new we actually tried certified knee dragger undersuits. So I'm not a big fan of onesies. I do have onesies, but certified knee draggers actually has two-piece suits. What I really enjoyed about the certified knee dragger two-piece suits was that I used to have the the heat out ones from Cycle Gear, and obviously they don't know what fat American guys are. My belly would pop out the bottom of the shirt. So my actual certified knee dragger is like the shirt 3 inches below my waistline over my belly, which was really good because I never had that opening. Because sometimes when you're in a tracksuit and you wear something like that and your clothes come apart, you feel the uncomfortableness, whether it be from a sock. So it was kind of cool. It was very laid back. What I did like about the certified undersuit was it had a guard here on the armpits, which didn't allow you to moisturize. It was like very breathable. It was really good. So, and it was worth the $50, man. I shout out to Certified.
Yeah,
They
not for
they
nothing.
got me some certified knee dragger socks. I got new pucks. It was pretty dope.
We got the hats going on.
They had a lot of great tracks.
Yeah, I'm gonna be wearing those undersuits like to the gym, man. I'm just gonna be popping off certified. Like, what's that mean?
Every time I talk about this with somebody, I always gotta like give major props to Carlos and the Certified Knee Draggers family because they're doing things way bigger than anybody else I've ever seen. Like the tracksuits, the hats, the hoodies, the keychains. I'm pretty sure this dude's gonna have his own thongs and cologne here in a little while. You know, like he's just covering everything.
He broke the mold. So secretly, Certified Knee Draggers went into business with easy powder coating. Not only did he do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 custom powder coated bikes. I mean, did you guys see those bikes?
Yeah. Beautiful.
All that powder coating goes out to the King of New York, easy powder coating. I mean, guys, if you have not seen the bikes, go on Certified Knee Draggers page and just see the amazing powder coating that Easy Powder Coating put on. He actually just finished my ZX10. He's some colors, and he went gold on the rim and then red on the actual on the caliper. Yo, I mean, my brother's bike came out so amazing. Shout outs to Easy Powder Coating. He had a ZX10. Check it out. You can check out his. I'll post it up. You guys could check out, or you can go on Easy Powder Coating. You could see the rims, how he customized them. But there was so many bikes up there that were powder coated by Easy. It was just so hard to tell which one was the better looking one. They were all dope. Shout out to Lisa. She got a bike customized. She was so happy like, when they unveiled that. That was pretty dope when they unveiled her bike. That was pretty dope. Ellie, yeah. That was pretty dope. She was shocked because like they matched the bike to her suit. It was so awesome to see that. Yeah.
Shout out to all them,
Easy, definitely.
Stefan and Ellie and Alex and everybody, all the coaches and all the people.
Super dope people.
Yeah.
But actually, you just mentioned Elisa. You just reminded me. All right, so I have to be a big person here. This is my opportunity to say to Elisa and Yandel. After last week's show, we were talking about New York safety, and we were talking about turn one incidents. And I said specifically on the show that I don't want to follow you guys. Like, I don't want to follow in your footsteps, or I'm not going to follow you into crashing into turn one. So I have to apologize to Elisa and Yandel because I ate my words on Friday. That's for sure. But yeah, man, it's about that time. We should probably start winding down. You want to like go around the room and let these guys do some shout outs before we get out of here?
Absolutely.
All right, so for the people at home, thanks for joining us. What we're going to do right now is go around and talk to our guests and actually let them have an opportunity to, like, you know, give their shout outs and speak their piece and say goodbye. So, hey, Jay, let the people at home know what's going on.
Hey, man, this is Jay. Hey, Leo Mijo, bro name. I want to say thank you, Josh, for having me on the show. You know, I appreciate it very much. I'm very honored to be on the show. And I want to thank Butter for helping me out from day one, getting me the bike, pushing me to the track, bringing me to the track, introducing me to everybody on this chat and also the certified knee draggers, you know, very coachable team. And I'm just like very thankful, you know, like words can I explain to
We're here to help each other,
yeah,
brother. We're here to help each
so
other.
like I appreciate it very much, and I also want to shout out my New York City Punisher chapter, you know, PJ for introducing me to Butter, and and you know, like I'm just very happy, and you're gonna catch me on the track this whole summer, you know.
Nice.
I found my new hobby.
That's what's up. So let's go over to Jay's right on the screen. Kevin, what you got for the people at home, man? You can't leave this one up to your brother. You gotta say something.
I'll keep it easier. I just had a good time. I want to say shout out to my mom for coming out and
there you go.
having an
What a
open
nice
mind
guy.
to
What a good boy.
you know, she's always out here saying that bikes are crazy, and every time I leave the house, she's always saying, "Oh, no wheelies, oh, you know, whatever, you know, stuff like that." So the fact that she came out and just saw us do her thing, and I guess realized that it's not as crazy as she thinks it is. It was nice, you know. So shout out to her.
Right on. Actually, my mom's gonna
Awesome.
kill me because she just found out tonight on this show that I went down on Friday, so she's probably gonna kill me for that. But sorry, Mom, it happens. But Bryant, what you got, man?
Yeah, like Kevin said, I mean, he took care of the mom part, so that's cool. I guess you guys, you know, shout out to you guys and thank you for having us on. I mean, it's been a pleasure, you know, Butter, you got us into this. I mean, if it wasn't for you, I'd still be out there asking people where I should go run. It's you know.
Listen, I am so humbled. You don't understand. Like, even my hairs on my arms stand up. It's so humbling to just know that there's people who appreciate the advice. You know, just a lot of people, like, I know a lot of arrogant people that ride and they think, oh, they know so much. Listen, information is wealth, man. If we can't share, like, you know, even stock tips, right? Like, we talk about stocks, and everybody now is a Dogecoin trader, right? Everybody's into Dogecoin now. Everybody's Elon Musk now. But if we don't share information with each other, how do I expect you to ride safe, let alone ride next to me? You know what I'm saying? Like, after these weekends together, it's so cool because, you know, you meet people when you ride and you don't know how somebody rides, but now I know I've been neck and neck at the track with you guys, and I'm like, oh yeah, Brian knows what he's doing. Like, I'll feel comfortable, and that's what you want to do. You want to make sure you're comfortable with the people you ride, and you know, you could ride with somebody for so long and not realizing them and yourself have been riding so long for such a long time. So I really appreciate you guys, you know, always supporting. We definitely got to do a ride outside of the track.
Yeah.
So I'll definitely I'll plug you guys in on my next track. I think I'm going to Tail of the Dragon tomorrow, so I'm out to the Tail of the Dragon.
Man.
We're all jealous about that one.
We're Kevin and I were talking about planning something for his birthday in August. We want to go so bad.
Yeah, let us know. I mean, we're gonna stay at this place called Fantana Village. It's like a huge resort. They have boating and everything. I'm actually going with, you know, a lot of times I talk about like all these clubs. So there's a really prominent member of a club called the Firm, who everybody knows they're like one of my top 5 teams. So one of their members who I've gotten really along with, me and him just hit it off. He's been a huge supporter. He always gives me great advice. He's never talked down to me. Like, shout out to my boy Lou 730. he's always like always giving me good advice. We talk, and I learn a lot just listening to him and his humility because he's such a great rider. But when you speak to him, you don't see the arrogance in him, and we've gotten along so well. And then when I planned the trip, he called me right away. He's like, "Yo, brother, can we go?" And I'm like, "Bro, wow, shit, yeah, like to ride with a legend, like he's a legend, you know what I mean? His team is legendary in the streets. So to have someone like that, I'm going to be able to follow him and follow his lead at one of the most prestigious riding places in the world. That's like huge bucket list right off the back. You know what I mean? It's like, so I look forward to riding with my boy Lou, man. We leave tomorrow, and we'll send plenty of videos, man. So look out for that, man.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Buddha, what you got, man?
Sounds dope.
Oh, real quick though.
Oh,
You mind real quick? Sorry.
go ahead, man.
Also, like brother said, I got a shout out to Easy because he took care of my bike. I had some issues with the previous powder coater. Took him 5 weeks of saying it'll be done next week. I hit him up. He said, "Bring it by. I'll take care of it." He had it done for me, and it was right before track day. He took care of it for me, and the bike is beautiful. The wheels. He did the wheels for me and my tank, and orange wheels came out perfect, beautiful. And even though he rushed it, it just looks amazing. I just had to say that.
Shout out to Easy for sure.
Oh yeah.
Buddha, what you got, man?
I just want to shout you guys out first and foremost. Butter been my family for a while. He's the one that pushed me out as well. Like, yo, if you're gonna ride, you're gonna ride safely, 100%. Don't be like these, like he said, arrogant people out in the street doing stupid shit. So, with that being said, it's like I look at the street now. It's like I kind of don't even want to ride on the street anymore, just from the one experience that I had on the track.
There's another one. There's another one down right
That's
there.
crazy. Yeah, man. It's like also want to shout out everybody on the track, certified, Carlos and everyone. So humble, so nice. Thank you for bringing me in, open arms and everything. And if any of my friends were, tuned in, what's up, guys? We made it.
You said you posted it everywhere. Everybody got this.
Hey, man, I had to show love.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you guys. Thank you for being humble with me, being open arms, and always giving me tips. I'm always, I feel like I'm the youngest one out here, so I'm always taking in, absorbing information, absorbing knowledge, and I'm like a sponge. I just want to retain everything everyone tells me.
Yeah, man.
Yo, after hearing all these guys, though, Butter, man, I gotta say, I'm impressed with you because somebody came into your life at one point in time and pushed you to go to the track and like showed you the way and got you started. And it turns out that you're turning around, you're doing the same thing for other people, man. That's really good. So thanks to
So my guardian angel, Andrew Vispoli. That's why my if you look at my tracksuit, it says AVV. So it's Andrew Valentino Vispoli Racing. So that's him and his son and their last name. So I honor him by wearing the AVV Racing. So anytime you ever see me with AVV Racing, it's just to honor the person. Now, I'm not asking you guys to honor me, but I honor him because he passed away. But he was the reason, and he was like 100% like, Butter, get to the track. And I love it, man. I love it. I met so many great people. So it's really, really great.
You're out here changing lives, man. You're making a difference. That's some good stuff.
100%.
Yep.
Much respect to that.
Yeah.
You got any other shout outs actually for the people at home before we get out of here?
Yeah, actually, I just, we were talking about like, pouring knowledge into each other and helping each other expand. So one of our members that follow us on the group, Justice, he is from Black City Riders. He actually started his own clothing line. He's got some phenomenal shoes. He's even got like slides, and he's coming out with he's even got like a drink that he's doing right now. It's pretty dope. Yeah, man. He's really doing his thing. So I just want to shout him out, man. If you guys check out the @Just Collection Brands or www.justcollectionbrands.com. Check him out, man. He's an entrepreneur, brother, FDNY as well. He's a really great guy. Supported us from the beginning. So I just want to help promote his thing, man. If you want, check out his stuff, man. He's coming out with some real cool, amazing stuff. So if you get a chance, just check out his page, man.
Hell yeah.
Definitely.
Nice.
So,
sounds dope.
So with that, folks, everybody at home, like I said before, thanks again for tuning in. We really appreciate it. We do this every week, Tuesday, Eastern Standard Time, Beyond the Apex. Me, Butter, whatever guests we have on, we talk motorcycle, everything, and then some. Get out there and get on the track. It's affordable. It's easy. Well, I'm not gonna say it's easy, but it's affordable. And organizations like Certified Knee Draggers, they are catering to new riders. This is a great opportunity to get out there.
Yep.
So anybody want to come out Hustle Kings in association with Prospect Power Sports, myself, we're doing a $99 track day. June 1st. It's on a Tuesday, day after Memorial Day. Anybody want to come out, please hit me on the DM. It's 30 spots are available, 10 in each group. There's also a $25 spot. Like if you don't want to rent the tracksuit and put all this track stuff on and you just want to ride the course, there's a $25 ride along. You get to go on with a coach and you get to ride on the track for $25. There's an AM and a PM session. You can go on. I'll send you the link. You can just come on. It's $25. Anybody, it's open to everybody. All you have to do is have a helmet, a jacket that's usable at the track. You don't have to have a full tracksuit, but you definitely have to be like, long jeans, boots, jacket and gloves, and you can actually ride out with a coach and have a feel for the track. And it's not going to cost you a lot of money.
They DM you or what?
Just hit me up. Just hit me on the DM. I'll send you a link. There's a link that automatically links you up so you can purchase your whatever group you want to be in, and
what day is
you're
it?
there.
What was the date again?
It's June 1st.
Okay.
It should be on a Tuesday.
Okay.
And then the following weekend we have certified knee draggers 6th and 7th. So if you want to get in a full assault, crazy vibe, huge party, like this is a party atmosphere. So June 1st is really going to be very organized. It's corporate. It's by the book, by the numbers. It's not going to be, but it's also a fun time. We have a great time. I think Brian and his brother came one time. I mean, anytime you come out to these corporate events, they're kind of like by the balls, but they offer a lot. Like you can come June 1st and you'll be able to test ride all the new Yamahas that are coming out. You put your name on a list and you can ride out any of the new bikes that they bring out and take it to the track. So that's pretty dope. So whatever group you in, you can actually just pull up the bike and just take it out on the track. And again, they offer a really nice corporate event. But again, June 6th and 7th, we'll have certified knee draggers, which is a little bit more laid back, a little bit more fun, a little bit more wild.
Yeah.
And again, I know we talked about it in the beginning, but that Riders Academy team up with Certified, that's a huge step up for anybody that wants to get some extra knowledge. I mean, not only do you have the coaches there to help out, but like Manny's the man. And he's doing classes. Yeah. He's literally doing free classes for anybody that just wants to sign up.
Yeah, man.
It's an amazing opportunity.
The whole morning.
Yeah.
The whole morning he's giving out knowledge about how to hit the track, how to get comfortable on your bike, and you learn a lot for free, man.
Yeah.
Like,
so I got a quick plug for Manny. So Manny, actually, one of my buddies he's also a big supporter, Nick G. Shout out to Porn Stash. You guys all met Porn Stash?
Yeah.
My buddy Porn Stash. Yo, he's super, man. And he actually grabbed Manny. Manny gave him an amazing price. Took him out the whole half for the afternoon. And my boy Nick was like, wow, man, it was just like an encyclopedia of knowledge just poured in. And he felt so much great. And he was like, bro, every dollar I invested in this private session was well worth it. So check us out, man.
Yeah. And last thing. Yeah. For sure.
Got the suits, got the transport, got the food, everything, man. Shout out to Certified Knee Draggers.
That's true. He hit it. Also, shout out to the people that work behind the scenes or that are affiliated with the show. Chachi, Kristen, Bills, Justin. We appreciate you guys. And I think that's about it. As I always say, leave this world better than you found it. Peace.